Hello everybody and welcome to this short video just to explain some procedures and reminders around our return to school for some of our classes next Monday, the 1st of March. First of all, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone that has worked so hard over the last 2 months. 2021 has been very challenging for our school community, and I know lots of families in our school community have had illness or bereavements in their homes and families, and our thoughts are with everyone who went through difficult times and are still going through them during this pandemic. However, I suppose we also all faced professional challenges or at home educational challenges as we all tried to work together, doing what we do best to care for the children and to make sure that they were still able to access some level of education. So thank you so much to all of our parents and our pupils, our wonderful pupils who engaged so well on Seesaw over the past 2 months. I know all of the staff, we talk about how fantastic the really high levels of engagement were and how wonderful it was to hear the pupils reading or see their artwork, their writing, their maths. So well done to everyone. We know it wasn't easy. It is very difficult to keep a good routine for schoolwork at home. It's the same for the teachers too, don't worry. So a big thank you to all of our pupils and to their parents or whoever at home was helping them with their schoolwork. And also we have to say a huge and massive thank you to all of our staff, everybody who helped the pupils over the last few weeks. So the class teachers and the support teachers, the SNAs, Miss Heafy, everyone who was involved in the recording of videos or lessons or dropping worksheets or books or copybooks or other resources that were needed to homes. A lot of work was involved, and so a huge thank you to our staff who kept the show on the road but remotely, keeping us all safe over the last 7 or 8 weeks. But look, the end is near of the remote teaching for some of our classes as they return next Monday, and we are really looking forward to seeing some smiling faces coming in the gates on Monday morning, and we'll all have to get used to getting out of bed that little bit earlier again, and hopefully our 3rd to 6th classes will follow in a few weeks if all goes well with our reopening. So the purpose of this video is to say hello and to say looking forward to seeing you soon, and also to say that just want to explain some of the reminders about the procedures coming back, because I suppose we did so well in the first term before Christmas, but the difference between this reopening in March and the reopening last September is that we are dealing with new variants of COVID-19 that are more easily transmitted in the community, and therefore while a lot of our procedures and some of the reminders that are coming up in this video are similar or the same as what we had in place before Christmas, we all need to really work together. As I said, do what we do best, working together to make sure that the entire school community is as safe as we possibly can be. So we have to be extra vigilant and extra careful, and we just have to follow all of the procedures to a T in order to make sure that everybody from our youngest pupil to all our members of staff and to the parents or grandparents who are dropping or collecting, everybody in our school community is as safe as we can be. So with that, I'm just going to start the little presentation here. So looking forward to seeing you soon. So welcome back. Some important dates to remember first. As I'm sure you're all aware by now, that next Monday on the 1st of March 2021, we will be welcoming back all of the pupils in our early start class who start at 8:50 and finish at 12:30, which was the times they were doing before the Christmas holidays also. Our junior infants and senior infant classes who start at 8:50 and will be finishing at their normal 1:30 p.m. finishing time. And all of our pupils in 1st and 2nd class who start at 8:50 a.m. and 1st class finish at 2:25 p.m, which is just 5 minutes before 2nd class, 2:30 p.m. to allow for staggered ending of the day, so there's not too many bodies hanging around at the same time. Monday 15th of March is the next date that we will have our eyes on, and this has been outlined by the Department of Education as the target date for the return of 3rd to 6th class. If all has gone well in the 2 weeks from the 1st of March with the reopening for early start to 2nd class, then the Department of Education, or the government as well, will be giving the green light for the return of 3rd to 6th class. So our target date there is the 15th of March. Both of these pages, which include some tips and pieces of advice for parents, can be found on our school website and can also be found on our Facebook page. They've been issued by the government. The page that I'm just going to focus on for a minute is the one on the right hand side, and we're just going to go through some of the reasons why your child might not be able to return to school or indeed may not be able to attend school any particular day. So if your child has any of the following symptoms of COVID-19, do not send them to school and please contact your GP for advice. A temperature of 38 degrees Celsius or more. Any other common symptom of COVID-19, and I think we're all familiar with these, but a reminder is no harm. A new cough, loss or a change in your taste of smell, a shortness of breath, or an existing breathing condition that has become worse. If your child has been in close contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID-19, or if they have been living with someone who is unwell and may have COVID-19, or if the child has any other uncommon symptoms of COVID-19, such as a sore throat, headaches, or diarrhea. And finally, it is very important that a child not return to school if they have returned from another country the last 14 days, as they should be quarantining at home for 14 days, restricting their movements. One of the big changes between our return to school in September and our return to school this March is that parents now have to complete a HSE return to school form for their children returning to school after any absence. So parents of children in early start up to 2nd class must complete a form for each child in those classes before next Monday, the 1st of March. We did send out a link to the form by both text message and email yesterday, which was the Wednesday, the 24th of February. And if you didn't get one, if you didn't get the text or the email, please contact the office on 021 435 7852 or the school mobile, which is 086 022 9419, and we will reissue one to you. Just to reassure parents that while it is a HSC return to school form, it is not for the HSC. It is for school office use only. Only office staff, the principal and secretary will have access to it. It will be attached to your child's file and will not be used for any other purpose, and it will not be forwarded to any other agency. However, that said, your child will not be allowed to return to school after any absence unless the form is completed in advance and submitted to the office in advance, or unless they have a hard copy of it with them on return. So it's an important thing to remember moving forward. Some other things to remember. As I said earlier, we are dealing with new variants of COVID-19. New, and there are a few of them. And these variants are more easily transmitted. So we need to be extra careful and extra vigilant to keep everyone safe. So bearing this all in mind, parents are asked not to wait at the gates in the morning, not to gather or to chat with other parents, asked to drop your child and move on as quickly as you possibly can. Also, we are asking parents to always wear a face mask if possible on school grounds, around school grounds, even when you're outdoors. So if we do appreciate that it is not always possible for someone to wear a face mask for health reasons, and if that is the case, we very much appreciate that. So instead, we ask that you take different precautions. We ask that if you cannot wear a face mask, that you instead say goodbye to your child at the school gate and let them make their way to their door themselves. There are plenty of staff members along the way in the mornings to supervise them. If you cannot wear a face mask, we would ask that you wait for them after school, outside of the school gate or a bit away from school grounds. Again, another solution might be to ask another adult who can wear a face mask to collect your child or drop your child. And finally, if you cannot wear a face mask, And if your child is late, or if you need to collect them early, or if you need to drop something to the school, we would ask that you contact the office by phone rather than coming to the school door, and we will advise how best that we will deal with whatever request that you have or whatever your needs are at that time. So again, we really appreciate that all adults on school grounds or around school grounds at all times wear a face mask if they possibly can, and we appreciate your help with this. Okay, our arrivals in the morning, the procedures haven't changed too much. We have 2 gates, and as with the first term, we have different classes entering the school grounds through different gates. So the front gate is for access for early start, and with the early start pupils, an adult who hopefully will be wearing a face mask may bring the child to the early start door, and they can say goodbye at the door. For junior and senior infants, they enter through the front gate. Parents, we are really encouraging you to say goodbye to your child at the front gate and allow them to independently walk to the door themselves. Your child, I can assure you, is very grown up now, and in case you're in any way worried, there will be a member of staff at the gate, which is usually me, the principal, and there's a member of staff at each of the entry doors for infants to supervise. I know a lot of children in infants have already taken that independent step and have asked parents to allow them enter the school grounds by themselves and make their way to the door themselves. So we're really encouraging the parents of children in junior and senior infants to say goodbye to their children at the front gate and allow them that independence. 5th and 6th class later in March when they join will also enter through the front gate, and they'll say goodbye to parents there and make their way down to their own door themselves. The side gate, the gate by the lollipop lady, Ina, 1st and 2nd class will enter through this gate. Again, we ask that they say goodbye to parents at the gate and make their way to their door. There's a staff member at the gate or at the door area, and there will be staff members inside. And again, 3rd and 4th class will use that side gate entrance as well later in March when they come back to school, saying goodbye to their parents at the gate and making their way to their own door. Again, we are asking parents not to wait at the gates in the morning or to hang around chatting with others. Again, we're just trying to minimise contacts on or around school grounds. Our other big reminder is about collection time. So again, infants, junior and senior infants, you will be collecting your children at 1:30 p.m. We are really asking parents not to arrive too early to collect their child, as we again wish to minimise contacts at the school doors. If you do arrive early, please maybe wait in your car or wait a little bit further away from the school, again to avoid groups congregating or gathering unintentionally on or around school grounds. Junior infants will be collected from the same door that they were before Christmas, which is the main door. Senior infants from the side emergency door. Again, we are asking all parents, if at all possible, to wear face masks even when outdoors waiting for their child's class to be released. All other classes, which will be at 2:25 or 2:30 p.m. First class and then later 3rd and 5th will be dismissed at 2:25 p.m. and will exit through their assigned door and out the assigned gates. And second class later with 4th and 6th will be dismissed at 2:30 and they will exit through their assigned door and again proceed to their assigned gates. Again, we are asking parents and students to leave the area outside or around the school as quickly as possible and not to gather or congregate with others. And we really appreciate your help with that. It's not easy, especially when people see others that they haven't seen so long. But again, we're just all working together to minimise any contacts and ensure that everybody's safe, especially with these new variants of COVID-19. Just another reminder is just about face masks and ventilation. Part of our new procedures, all staff will be wearing medical grade face masks at all times. I have had a few parents who have rang the school in the last number of days asking about face masks for children. Pupils are not required to wear face masks, but however, if a parent or indeed the child wish for their child to wear a face mask in school, absolutely we would support and encourage that. And again, as I said, I had a few parents who would ask, could their children wear face masks in school? They would like them to. And as I said, the answer to that is absolutely, we would support and encourage that. Parents, again, should please wear face masks at all times when they're on or around the school premises, if at all possible. Ventilation is a massive part of our procedures in the school, and the windows will be kept open throughout the school day for good ventilation. So again, the reminder at your end is to please make sure your child is wearing lots of layers and they have a really good coat for yard time. There will be plenty of fresh air breaks, plenty of movement breaks outside, so they'll need their coat to give them that extra layer when they go outside, and then plenty of layers that they can take on and off as they need in the classroom. Their school books and their lunches. So just to confirm, and I know parents were sent a text about this in the past few days, Carambola lunches, that's the school lunch provider, they will start back up from Monday. So no need to worry about lunches on Monday, they will be provided. If you have not signed up to the Carambola lunches, you can of course still do so. If you choose to send a lunch in from home, if you've previously been doing that, again, a reminder that should be a healthy lunch, and it should be in line with our healthy eating policy. So no chocolate products, or all the things that we've all gotten used to over Christmas and lockdown. Healthy lunches, please. Again, please make sure that your child has the books that were sent home with them in their bag on Monday. They will probably be quarantined in the classroom before they will be used again, but do send them back on Monday. And again, please don't forget that your child will need their toilet bag with them. So that's the little bag. It could be a Ziploc bag, or it could be something fancier that has their own tissues, their face cloth, and a little bit of hand gel in it, though there's plenty of hand gel in the school. Again, make sure the face cloth is clean and ready to go. So thank you so much for preparing the pupils for Monday. So the other ways to prepare them, of course, the books and the toilet bags and the lunches, they're actual things that we can prepare, but I suppose we need to prepare the children emotionally for the return. So I suppose it's important to discuss going back to school with your child and ask them how they're feeling about it. Some of them are going to be delighted, thrilled, excited, will run in the gate. Some will be really relieved to be back. Some will be nervous, and some will be really unhappy about having to get out of bed in the morning. And that's some of the teachers too. But just reassure them that no matter how they're feeling about it, it is natural to have both positive and negative feelings, or a mixture of both, about the return to school. Do remind them that the teachers, the staff and their friends are really excited to see each other again. We have all been at home and haven't seen the people that we enjoy spending time with, so there will be excitement when they get in. Please remind your child of the importance of hand washing, keeping their distance as much as possible, and the importance of listening to the adults in the school, the teachers, the SNAs and the staff, who are all there to help them. But it is really important that they listen to the instructions. Finally, if your child is extremely nervous or very anxious, do contact the school by phone or by email in advance to let us know, and we will keep a close eye on him or her. Please be assured, we saw this in September as well, that once everyone gets back into routine, things do slip into a type of normality, a new type of normality, I suppose, and any anxiety or nerves tend to settle very, very quickly coming back in. So finally, please remember, I suppose our task, our big challenge is that we must all work together to ensure that everyone in the school community is as safe as possible every day. By working together, 3rd to 6th class will return to school soon. And as I said, we need to be extra careful and extra vigilant and follow these procedures to a T in order to ensure that they return as soon as is targeted or is planned. If you have any concerns or questions, please ring the office on 0214357852, or the school mobile is 086 022 9419, or contact Ms Heafy also, and we'll do our best to answer any questions you might have. We are really looking forward to seeing some of our pupils in person next Monday. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and listen to the new procedures, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care, stay safe, agus slán go fóill. Gur maith agaibh.